Hello everybody, and this is the TT Institute. Wait, 1 minute, something's wrong. Oh yeah, it's my hair. It's changed. Again. So, I've noticed that this channel has been lacking with videos, and that's because I can't think of that many good video ideas these days, because in case you've been living under a rock, Doctor Who's been off for half a year. No, nearly a whole year now, bloody hell. It's been rough for the Doctor Who community, but, I thought I'd pump out a quick video about books, because I don't really talk about books too much on this channel, so I thought I'd go over some recommendations for Doctor Who books that I've read over the years. And this will go over many ranges, including the Virgin New Adventures and Missing Adventures, the Target books, and the Doctor Who New Adventures, as well as some miscellaneous ones like this one, because I fucking love this one. Right, so like I say, just a quick video to keep you guys entertained in the hiatus of Doctor Who. Yeah, so let's get into some Doctor Who recommendations. I'm getting them from literally behind the camera because this is where the bookshelf is at the moment. But yeah, so starting off with the most obvious one, because this is my favourite Doctor Who book of all time, Nightshade by Mark Gatiss. Mark Gatiss, I don't know what the fuck you pronounce his last name. But yeah, so this one is a given. You have to give this one a try. It is the best book from the Virgin New Adventures, undeniably. Some people might disagree and say Blood Harvest or White Darkness, but I have to go for this one. This one is just absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely adore this one so much. Absolutely love it. It's such a cool atmosphere. Some people say it's overrated. I'm not gonna like disrespect their opinion. They're entitled to their opinion. It's just that I love it so much. I've read this book all the way through 8 times, I think. I adore it. I really do. It's one of the best Doctor Who books. I think it's the best Doctor Who book in my opinion. Definitely my favourite of all time. So there you go. That's one recommendation over and done with. Okay, so the second recommendation from the Virgin New Adventures is The Blood Harvest, which is my second favourite of the Virgin New Adventures. It's amazing. It's so... One thing that you have to understand about the Virgin New Adventures is that it's very much, for the most part, a darker era for Doctor Who. It's like Survival, the TV episode Survival, except it's on another scale, and it leaves all of the grittiness to your imagination, which is why this book line works so well, and that's why this book works so well, because it's so dark, it's so gritty, and it's tied in with Goth Opera, which is a Virgin Missing Adventure. So if you like that one, you'll love this one. If you love this one, you'll like that one. So it's just one of those things. It's just one of those that you need to try, because it's one of those really reliable books that you can just sit down and enjoy. To be honest, it is one of those. It's really good. And then the last recommendation from the Virgin New Adventures line, it was very difficult between this one and White Darkness, but it is Bad Therapy, the most recent edition, even though I got this a little while ago now. By the way, no, that is not an auton. But yeah, so the idea of the asylum, it's so creepy. It honestly rivals my love for Nightshade. It's so good. I really like this one. I don't know why. It's just something about it that has such a charm to it, but it's just so disturbing. Some bits of it, you know. It's just, I really enjoy this one. This one is always one that I do come back to. I've read it 3 times now, I think, even though it's a newer edition. I've read it 3 times. Yeah, it is one of those ones that I do really enjoy. So yeah, there you go. Okay, now on to the Virgin Missing Adventures. We have the most obvious recommendation, the Empire of Glass. Yeah, this one's signed by Peter Purves, as you can see there, which is good. But yeah, this is probably my favourite from the Virgin Missing Adventures. Haven't really read that many of the Virgin Missing Adventures. I've read all of them except for the Menagerie. I've read this one the most. I've read it 4 times, and I just enjoy it each time. It's just that I do tend to steer towards the Virgin New Adventures because it's the 7th Doctor, and the 7th Doctor is my favourite, evidently. But yeah, so this one is really good. I really love this one, and this really does show shed some really awesome light on the first Doctor and I forgot Peter Purves' Stephen. That's it, Stephen. Yeah, so it is a really good book. I really enjoy this one. As for the other 2 recommendations, they're all right. They're not anything like absolutely phenomenal like the other books that I've just read out so far, but they're not bad either. I definitely recommend you pick these up. This is Time of Your Life, which is a good one. Trust me, it is a good one. It's Steve Lyons. There's no way that Steve Lyons' book will not be good, but it doesn't really stand out as too much better than books like let's have a look, like Dancing the Code or Goth Opera. But it is definitely a notable one. It's definitely not terrible at all. It is good, and I'd say if you have the option to pick it up, do pick it up. Yeah. And the last recommendation for the Virgin Missing Adventures is Goth Opera, obviously, because it's Blood Harvest, loose tie-in, so it is one of those, you know, it's good. It's a good one, nothing really to say about it really, it's just good, yeah. So I know I said I do only 3 recommendations per book range, but there are so many Target books that I need to recommend because they really do justice to their TV story counterparts. But let's just go through the Target books, shall we? Okay, so the first one and most obvious one is Remembrance of the Daleks, which I've read, I can't remember, I think I've read it like 10 times now. I love the story and I love the book form. The book form, honestly, I'd say is a little bit more fast-paced than the... Look, I'm already in the middle of reading it, I think. Look, I haven't gone back to this one in a couple of months, but, you know, I've read it like at least like 10 times, so I'd recommend this one, especially if it's your favourite Doctor Who story of all time. It's just one of those that I really, really love. I love it so much. It's good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Absolutely love it. The second recommendation I'd offer for the Target books is Doctor and the Zarbi, which is the Web Planet TV story. So, it's not a surprise to anyone that the Web Planet TV story is garbage, but if you read this, you will grow to appreciate it a hell of a lot more. Just saying. I can't really put it into words. It's just better if you go away and read this. And my one is really tatty, which is a shame, as you can see. But yeah, trust me, you won't be disappointed with it. You will be pleasantly surprised with how enjoyable this read is. It's one of those really enjoyable reads that you can't put the book down. It's just one of those. I really wish I came to this book sooner, you know, because I've been avoiding it because of how terrible the Web Planet is. The TV story, you know. The next book recommendation for the Target books will be Survival, because it's written by Rona Munro and she envisions her story very well, evidently because she's the writer of this bloody story. But yeah, there isn't really much to say about this. I love the story and I love the book form, so obviously this one will be a recommendation. It's one of those ones that, like I say, I can't put the book down. It's just really, really good. I really, really love it. I really do. Okay, and now 2 more recommendations, just quick ones. Sometime Experiment, because that one is good. It's really, really good. The book does it justice. It does expand upon the TV story very, very well, honestly. I really recommend you get this one. It's just, I really like it. I always enjoy this one, no matter how many times I read it. And then the other one is Deadly Assassin, because this one really just shows the whole scenes in the Matrix very, very well. It's written really, really well in that case, and I just really enjoy it. It's such an enjoyable read. And yeah, just get this one. It's a really, really good one. Really, really good. Okay, so now moving on to the BBC... Excuse me, thank you, K9. And now moving on to the BBC books, we go into the Past Doctor and 8th... Now we move on to the Past Doctor and 8th Doctor adventures. I don't have enough to... I don't have enough early BBC books from the classic series, so I'm just going to merge the 8th Doctor and Past Doctor Adventure lines into one and do 4 recommendations. 2 recommendations for Past Doctor Adventures and 2 for 8th Doctor Adventures, so let's just get into that right now. So for Past Doctor Adventures, I highly recommend this one. Holy crap, one of the best books I've ever read in my life. It's the perfect Base Under Siege story. I'm not even joking you, I'd highly recommend it. Yeah, so I highly recommend this one. It has the perfect murder mystery, and it kind of develops into this amazing Base Under Siege. I absolutely love it. The Salacians are really cool, really creepy, very intimidating, and it's so well written, and it's written in a way that's actually believable for the companions and the Doctor. It's just really, really good. I highly recommend you get this one. It's so good, so good, so good, so good. And since I don't really have that much choice, I'm going to have this one. I'm going to put this one out there, just bragging that this is I've got this one because it's really, really rare or something, so I have The Indestructible Man, haha. No, but seriously, The Indestructible Man isn't a bad book, it's just that it's the only one to note that's notable in the past Doctor Adventures apart from the murder game, so this is my other recommendation for you, if you can pick this one up, that is. It's a good one, it's not bad at all, it's not bad, no, it's not bad at all, I'm saying it's good, there's nothing terrible about it. Okay, now moving on to the 8th Doctor Adventures, we have The Eater of Wasps. The Eater of Wasps, which is okay. It's not bad by any means. I got this recommended by Dr. Forever back in the day, so it's not bad. He was right to recommend it. It's good. It has a bit of pacing issues, but it's not terrible. That's why I'm recommending it. To be honest, it's an interesting one. It's a very unique story. To be honest, it's good, without spoiling anything, of course. But it's good. It's a good story. Yeah. And these other 2 recommendations right here are on equal playing ground for me. I like these ones as equal as each other. We have City of the Dead and Sleep of Reason. So these 2, I wanted to get this one because it looked interesting, to be honest, and I was right, it is an interesting story. And then this one, on the other hand, I got because it was rare, and I figured out that it's quite an enjoyable read, to be honest. It's creepy, and it's good. That's what I like about in Doctor Who stories, if you couldn't tell already, but yeah. Okay, so now moving on to the BBC books of the new series. So we'll be going through recommendations of all of them, really. We'll do I'll do 4 recommendations for the 9th and 10th Doctor books, then I'll do 4 recommendations for the 11th and 12th Doctor BBC books that I have here. So let's just get into that. Okay, so the first recommendation of the BBC books is When It Takes All, which is my favourite new series book of all time. Always has been, always will be. It's good, nothing to say about it really. Another one which I have a soft spot for is Feast of the Drowned, which is good. Nothing really to say about it without spoiling it. It's good, it has a cool atmosphere, to be honest. And it does write Rose Tyler quite well for a change, so it's good in that respect. And then the next recommendation is Sting of the Zygons. Nope, I mean Sick Building. Fuck off. No, the next recommendation is Forever Autumn. Yeah, so Forever Autumn is okay, I suppose. It's okay. It's not really amazing, but there aren't really many good ones to choose from with the 10th Doctor and Martha stories, to be honest. It has a cool atmosphere, built up a cool atmosphere, I suppose, but there isn't anything else that's notable about this story, to be honest, but yeah. And then the final 10th Doctor recommendation is Prisoner of the Daleks, which is an obvious one because it's good. Not good, it's great. It's a great story, great Dalek story, written very well, Daleks are written well, 10th Doctor's written well. Nothing really else to say about it. It's a fan favourite of a book. Everyone's probably got it already, so I don't know why I'm recommending it. Looking at the options for the 11th and 12th Doctor books, there aren't really that many to choose from, but let's go for it. I can only really do 2 recommendations at best, but we'll see what we can do here. So I suppose Borrowed Time is okay, if you want to give it a try, I suppose. It's okay. Don't know, I'm regretting that decision now, actually. Actually, no, Nuclear Time is alright. If you're going to go for one of the 11th Doctor ones, I'd say Nuclear Time, I guess. It's an alright one. Interesting ideas, to say the least. Now moving on to the 12th Doctor ones, we have The Blood Cell, which isn't too bad. I found it rather enjoyable. Well, in comparison to the other ones, yeah, this one's not bad, I suppose. And then the last recommendation for the 12th Doctor is Crawling Terror. It's alright, nothing really, I don't know, it's okay. It didn't make me want to claw my eyes out or anything, so that's a plus. As for other little one-off books that I'd recommend getting for the readable value, I suppose, one of them would be this one, the script book for Power of the Daleks. I found that really enjoyable, to be honest. I really love this one. It's a treat to listen to. Listen to? No, to read. It's a really, really good one, especially if you're into film like me. It's, yeah, good. Nothing really else to know about it, really. What I'd also recommend is this, except it's not this one, it's the updated version of the Doctor's Who's Who, which includes John Hurt and Peter Capaldi, except I'd wait until they release a new one with Jodie Whittaker on it, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, I'd say get the most up-to-date version of this, because it's really interesting to read, but yeah. And then the last recommendation, apart from the Key to Time book, because I love this one, Apart from that book, I'd recommend getting Whoology. It's downstairs at the moment, but I'd recommend getting Whoology because it is a really, really good factual Doctor Who book, and it tells you a lot of what you need to know about the show. So definitely recommend buying that book if you're into that sort of stuff. That was difficult to get into one video, but yeah, so there you go. That's all the book recommendations that I can give you. I'd say, actually, you know what? Let's continue this. So, leave in the comments your book recommendations for me to get, based on how enjoyable they are to read though, not based on like rarity or anything, based on how enjoyable of a read they are, I'd say, because I need to get back into reading Doctor Who books because I kind of got out of the phase of doing it. But yeah, those are my recommendations for you. Oh no, I forgot one vital one. Oh my god, this is sacrilegion. I completely forgot about this bad boy right here. I completely forgot about it. It was sat right in front of me, right there. I'm stupid. Yeah, I love this book so much. Let me just get this out. But I got the CD version. So, highly recommend it. Highly recommend the CD version and this. I'd recommend this more though, but still, get it. This story is amazing. I love this book so much. I don't know why I forgot this one. I'm so stupid. Yeah, there you go. Recommended. Get it immediately. Get it right now. Anyway, with that said, thank you very much for watching. Leave your suggestions for books that I should get in the comments below, please. And yeah, without that, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.